Hello everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel. My name is Talisha, also known as CreativiTeeByT, and today I am coming to you with a pattern haul. Over the weekend, Simplicity was on sale for $1.99, and the new Simplicity winter patterns were out in my store, and I was able to pick up the ones that I wanted. So that is what I am going to show you today. So let's go ahead and get this video started. And if you like this type of content, please make sure that you click the like button and hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified of future videos. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so the first pattern that I picked up is Simplicity 9853, and the pattern description is Mrs. Coat and Scarf. I knew immediately that I was going to pick up this pattern when I saw it because I have been wanting to make another shacket, but the shacket that I made, it was a Simplicity pattern. I'll put it up in the screen. It was kind of time consuming, and I just wanted to make something that was a little bit more simple. The view that I like here is view C, which is this model right here. I love that design because I like how the collar stands up. I don't like how the sleeves are cut off, so I would make the sleeves here from view B. And let's go ahead and look at the line drawings. So here is the line art right here, and the suggested fabrics are going to be your Chanel knit, double knits, fleece, Melton, novelty knit fabrics, Ponte, Sherpa, and wool types. I do not plan to use any of the suggested fabrics. I am going to use probably a tweed or something of that nature. I want my fabric to have more structure to it, so I'll just make sure that I adjust the size accordingly. So yes, that was the first pattern, Simplicity 9853, and all sizes come in the one package. It comes in size extra small through extra large. So this next pattern is Simplicity 9857, and the pattern description is Mrs. Loungewear. This is an easy to sew pattern, and the previous coat pattern was also an easy to sew pattern. And this here is a lounge set, and I am totally feeling this. I really love it for the little cardigan, the kind of crop type cardigan, and I love the pants. I definitely won't be making the little bralette or whatever that is. I won't be making that because I know that it won't fit my bust. However, I do love that set. I'd probably wear like a turtleneck under there or a tank top or something like that. But I thought it was super, super cute. So yes, cardigan and the pants for me. So let's go ahead and look at the line art. So here is your line art in the back, and the suggested fabrics are going to be your stretch knits only, such as bamboo, double knit, Ponte, sweater knits, and sweatshirt fleece, along with a terry knit. View B, which is the bralette, is you can use the activewear knits, interlock, jersey, and rib knit. So yeah, this is definitely up my alley. It's very practical for many people. There, you know, if you're a stay-at-home mom, or if you're retired, or you know, you just want to wear this to go out grocery shopping, this is a very, very, very practical pattern that you could get a lot of use out of. I'm not sure if I said this earlier, but all of the sizing comes in one package. It comes in extra small through extra, extra large. And according to the measurements, the extra small gives you a finished bust of 38, and the extra, extra large gives you a finished bust of 55.5. So I do feel like it is size inclusive, especially since this is made out of knits, which means that it will stretch a little bit. Again, Simplicity 9857. Now I love, love, love a Jiffy pattern, and it is vintage. I love the little Jiffy vintage patterns. Just love it. So I had to pick up several of them. The first one that I picked up is Simplicity 9845, and the pattern description is Mrs. Dresses in 2 lengths. This is from the 1960s vintage collection, and it only has 3 main pattern pieces, as you can see right here. What I do like is the sleeve variation. I would make view 1, which is the little model here in the middle, for right now for this season because of the long sleeves, and I live in a climate where it is cold during the winter here in the United States. So that is the view that I would be going for if I make it sooner than later, which I do want to make. So let's look at the line joins in the back. So here is your line art. So it's very simple. I mean, you've got some bust darts. I did see bust darts in the front. It looks like there's an elbow dart and back darts and a zipper. You could, it is a very easy pattern. It says right here, very easy, and it looks very easy. And sometimes that's what I need in my life in this sewing game. Okay, so the suggested fabrics are going to be your cotton and cotton blends, cotton sateen, crepe, double knits, jersey, lightweight wool and wool blends, peak, whatever that's called, printed silk, synthetics and blends, textured knits, wool, crepe. Now, one thing I will say, it does call for cottons. I would be kind of concerned if just the regular cotton would be able to keep the structure at the neckline. So when I make it, if it's not like a thicker type of cotton, or like a wool or something like that, I will have to consider if I would need to put interfacing in there, because I would be extremely disappointed if I made this and I didn't get this look at the top, you know. So you may want to keep that in mind as well. But I think it's super cute, super trendy. It may be vintage, but it's very, very, very on trend for right now. All right, on to the next pattern. All right, so this next pattern is Simplicity 9846, and the pattern description is Mrs. Dresses for this as well. And this is also a 1960s vintage jiffy pattern that has 3 main pattern pieces. Yes. Okay, so there are several different views here. The view 1, which is this main model right here, she has like this collar thing going on that looks really cute and has a long sleeve. View 2 here, I believe she has that same collar, but it's sleeveless. And then view 3 here is just a plain type of look, and it has your darts at the bust, and then it has a dart right here. I don't have a lot of vintage patterns, so I'm not really sure what that dart is called, but if you're into vintage, you have probably seen that before, because I have seen that on vintage patterns before. But I think it's super cute. The view that I would make, I would actually make all of them, but if I were to make one right now, I would make view 1, again, because it has long sleeves, and I also like that collar. So let's take a look at the line art. So here is the line art in the back, and as you can see, view 2 and view 3 actually have like a different look at the neck for the collar. There's like a little, I don't know, maybe like a tie thing going on for view 1, and view 2 looks the same. The suggested fabrics are going to be your brocades, cotton and cotton blends, cotton knit, crepe, double knits, jersey, lightweight wool and wool blends, linen, the peak, satin, silk, shantung, synthetic and blends, and velveteen, wool crepe. So there's a lot of different fabrics that you can use for this. This model here resembles like a brocade fabric, and I think it's super, super cute. So yeah, definitely a look for me. And with these being jiffy patterns, I may be able to pump these out in the winter time once I finish up with all my fall sewing and be able to make all these jiffy patterns. Again, that is Simplicity 9846, and I got the size pack 18 through 26, and I got the same size for the other jiffy pattern that I showed you previously, because I run on the larger size. My bust is at 45. So that's it for that pattern. We'll go on to the next one. So I had picked up another 1960s vintage pattern, and this is, they all have the authentic symbol on them. Yeah, so they were all vintage pattern reproductions. This is too and easy to sew, and I picked up an 18 through 26 for this one, and this is Simplicity 9848, and the pattern description is Mrs. Dresses. And when I was reading the pattern description, when I was going over these different patterns, what I liked about this is that, you know, it's a simple dress underneath, which is this here, this number 1, just a simple boxy dress, but what you're getting is the different overlays. So those are going to be your like options. So here, like this middle one, this is a 3, option 3, you're going to have, it's kind of like baby doll type of look, like it just really, like a swing dress. It kind of flares out, and then you could put the little fluffy feathery things on the bottom. This one is the same without the feather, and you have your sleeves. And then this one up here is just like this one. It's the same thing, but without the feathers, and it's sleeveless. So yeah, I just really like that, to have that option, because you can take it on and take it off if you want to, you know, be fancy at a wedding and you have a simple dress and then you throw that on, you know. I just think it's cute, gives you options. So let's look at the line art. So here is the line art in the back, and the suggested fabrics are going to be all views, can have a brocade, challis, crepe, metallic knits, matte lace. I don't think I've ever heard of that, but matte lace, silk, synthetics, and blends. View 1 also in cotton and cotton blends, linen, metallic brocades, metallic crepes. View 1 and 2 also in jersey, lightweight wool and wool blends, printed wool and wool crepe. And views 2 and 3 also in chiffon, cotton, shears, lace, metallic, netting, and voile. So this is your standard dress, the only dress view, and then for the under layer, and then these here are the over layers. So this next pattern that I picked up is Simplicity 9861, and the pattern description is Mrs., men's, children's, and teens loungewear, and I picked it up for what it is, loungewear. When I wear loungewear, these type of looks right here, this look is the type of loungewear that I wear. I love the pants and the design of the pants with the pocket and the cuff here at the ankle, and I like the shirt with the neckband and the sleeve band. So yeah, just definitely my type of loungewear. So let's go ahead and look at the line art. So here is your line art in the back, and the suggested fabrics is stretch knits only, such as cotton, jersey, knit. And for the, I don't think there's finished measurements on here, but the chest and bust goes from a 30 for adult through a 48. So that's definitely good enough for me. And looking at this line art, it also looks like there's like a drop crotch, and I also kind of noticed that when I was doing like my first look video, where I kind of went through all of the different patterns that were released. So yeah, I'll definitely be making this up. And again, that is Simplicity 9861, and it comes in extra small through extra large, and that is including the measurements that I just gave you for the bust. Okay, so then I picked up Simplicity 9855, and the pattern description is Mrs. and women's tops and pants. I picked it up because this is a different type of top. I already have like button down tops, oversized, regular size, pussy bow type, but this one's different because it has boning in it. This is like an area for boning, and it's more like crop, because see, right now in my life I tuck all of my shirts in, and there's a lot of fabric that I have to be concerned about, you know, kind of coming out or either pushing in, but this pattern right here would kind of eliminate that. And so that is the reason why I picked it up. And I also like how the boning would give it some structure and things like that. And I have not worked with boning yet, so I do want to make sure that I actually, you know, make this sometime soon. And but yeah, those are the reasons why I picked it up. So the view is view A. I will not make these pants. I highly doubt it. I don't have any desire to make the pants. I strictly bought this pattern for the top, and I picked it up in the women's size 20 through 28 because of my larger bust size, and I wanted to make sure that it fit me properly. And so let's look at the line art. So here's the line art in the back, and the suggested fabrics are going to be your cotton blends and lightweight linen blends and poplin for the shirt. For the pants, cotton blends, gabardine, linen blends, stretch wovens, twill, and wool blends. The finished garment measurements are on the inside of the pattern package, but the standard measurements go from a size 42 bust to a size 60. So even though those aren't the finished garment measurements, they are pretty size inclusive. But yeah, I will find out what those finished measurements are when I get ready to make them, and I'll pull out the instructions. So again, that's Simplicity 9855. Okay, so then I picked up Simplicity 9856, and this pattern description is Mrs. Sleepwear. I picked it up for the pants because I like how they bail out. Even though I wear different types of sleepwears, and I like the elasticated waist, I like the one that I just showed you, and then I like the one that I showed you in the very beginning. I do like the bell feature here. I'm not sure if I would make these slits, but I do like them, and I like that there's an option for cutoff for shorts. If I decide to make the shirt, I will, but I typically don't like to wear anything that has a button front to bed because I feel like I can feel the hardness of the buttons. So this pattern comes in size extra small through extra large, and let's go ahead and take a look at the line art. So here is your line art here, and the suggested fabrics are going to be cotton blends, cotton lawns, crepe de chine, poplin, silky types. And the finished measurements are on here. So the smallest size, extra small, is a bust 39, and the extra large comes in bust size 56.5. All right. Again, I'd make this view, and this is Simplicity 9856. All right, so this next pattern here is Simplicity 9850, and this is Mrs. and Women's Dress and Jumpsuit. At first, when I looked at this pattern, I wasn't sure that I was going to make this, but then I noticed that the cup sizes go up to J, so I'm definitely going to make this. And when I make it, I am going to be collaborating with Abundantly Inspired. That'll be fun when we get together and do that. Not sure what type of fabric I'm going to use, but let's look at the back to see what type of fabric that the pattern suggests, and look at the line art. So here is your line art here, and the suggested fabrics are going to be your brocade, cotton types, jacquard, power mesh, taffeta, and A contrast 2, and A also in all over lace organza bodice, B also in novelty sequin fabrics, B contrast 2 pants also in velvet and lining and organza and stretch mesh. So for this one, the finished measurements are also inside of the pattern instructions, but I did look at them in the store. I don't remember what it is, but I definitely know I will have a fine time with this. And I'm not really sure what kind of fabric, like I said, I'm going to use, but I definitely think I'll stick to a cotton. I won't make anything out of a lace because I want to make sure that I can wear it to places when I do make it. I'm not the type that likes to make things and just put it in my closet. I like to wear my clothes, and I do wear all my clothes so that I make. So anyway, very nice. I'm not really sure which view I'd make, if I would make the dress or the jumpsuit. But we'll see. We'll see when that time comes. But this is Simplicity 9850. If you are a curvy person or you have a larger bust and you have not been able to make anything like this, definitely pick it up. Even if you're not sure, just pick it up before it's discontinued. All right, and this pattern right here, Simplicity 9871, the description is knit hat and arm warmers. The reason why I picked up this pattern is for this view right here, view D, which is the beret. If anybody has been watching me for any time, you know that I have multiple colors of berets. I have attempted to draft my own, and they somehow just seem like something's missing. They're maybe made just a little bit too small, and so I have not gone back to that drafting yet, and I was going to, because that was on my list, because it's getting colder and I like to wear my hats in the late fall and winter, but I don't have to now because I have a pattern. Yay! And only $1.99. That's so much better. I would much rather pay $1.99 than to figure out the drafting myself, because at this point in time in my life, I just don't really care for drafting patterns. So anyway, that is the reason why I picked this pattern up. And I also love this view here, view C. I think that's super cute, and I do see myself making a couple of them for me. Yes, and I will be wearing them, and I'll be showing you those in the video. So let's look at the line art. So here is the line art here, and the suggested fabrics are double knit, fleece, jersey, novelty knit fabrics, sweater knits, velour, and it tells you to see the stretch gauge, and it comes in small through large. And yeah, it doesn't have the circumferences of your head for these patterns, but I'm sure it's easy to modify anyway if you needed to adjust it. And again, that's Simplicity 9871. All right, everyone, so that is it for my Simplicity winter pattern haul. Please let me know in the comments below which ones you think you will be picking up, which ones you would like to see me made up first, all those good things. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, so that you can be notified of future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my new and returning subscribers for your continued support, and I will see you in the next video, which will be very soon. Bye.